Morning, YouTube. Wanted to ask you a quick question about something that has really been on my mind since the Trump election the other day, right? And it's this. Do you think that it's possible to be in a really healthy relationship with somebody who has a completely polar political point of view to you? And the reason I ask is that back in 2018, I had been in a relationship for 4 years with a guy who, I mean, we just got on so well, like unbelievably well, except politically. And I never told him, right? So he was obviously we're from England, so he was a massive supporter of the Labour Party, and he was a member of the Labour Party. And um, I wasn't a member of any party, any political party, but I would go along with stuff that he would talk about politically, and kind of often try to see his point of view. And I never really talked to him about politics. I just kind of like nodded my head and was like, "Oh right, yeah." We'll talk about other things. But as I became kind of more and more and more politically aware, probably since I suppose since Brexit, I remember waking up the morning after the Brexit vote, and obviously we'd all voted the day before, off to the polls and tick the box. And I ticked leave, and I know that he was a Remainer. And I remember the next morning he actually woke me up, and the radio was on, Radio 4 was on, and he just sat up and just said, "Oh my God, that's it. The country's gone to the dogs. Who are these people? Who are these people that have voted leave? Who are they? Where are they?" And I remember just sitting there just thinking, never told him, never ever told him. Um, and it's the same with, again, even though I sort of live in England, I've got three other siblings, and our political points of view are wildly different. And yeah, I think for a long, long time, because I was brought up in a sort of a working class left wing family, that I was kind of brought up on the politics of my parents, which was, left, Labour, etc., etc. And it was only really when I suppose I went to uni and then did politics as my degree, and I just thought, this just isn't sitting with my ideology and what I actually think. So what am I doing with my voting? And there was a period of time when I just decided I didn't vote at all, because I was just thinking, this isn't making sense to me. And now, yeah, my politics is completely different to the politics that I was brought up in. So cutting back to the question, in terms of relationships, um, do you, or are you with somebody whose political point of view is vastly different to yours, and does that cause problems in your relationship? Because I watched Ben Shapiro once talk about how important it was that the absolute foundations of relationship should be based on um, sort of agreed um, moral foundation and structure. Interest can be different, but there are certain values that really, if they're not aligned, it's going to make for a very difficult relationship. So just be very interested to know your point of view on that. Thank you.